Welcome everybody back to the VODs channel. Today you get to learn all about me. That's right. Today's stream I made a PowerPoint presentation and taught all my viewers on Twitch about me. You guys can go check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/JoloLive. I'll put it in the description. Also, go check out the other VOD videos. They are super cool. There's some Raft, some Cuphead, a bunch of other stuff that we've done. I just recently did an animal stream. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this one. You get to learn some interesting things about me. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the new VODs channel. I'm super excited about this channel and about all the cool streams I'm going to be doing in the future. So if you guys want to catch me live, go to my Twitch. If you just want to watch the VOD afterwards, perfectly fine. Just slap it on while you're doing some homework or something and watch all the way through. Alright, we should be live by now. What's up, chat? How are we today? I'm excited about this one. Oh my gosh, I had to rush to get this one out because I'm a terrible procrastinator and waited till the last second, even though I literally planned everything over the weekend. I have all the thumbnails basically done for the week because I did them all. Basically, it felt like it was like a fashion show or something. I had to take all the pictures for the thumbnails. I will say though, in terms of a quality standpoint, the thumbnails would have looked a lot better if I had scaled them up originally before doing the background thing. It would have looked a little less blurry. I think it looked okay actually on the Twitter post, the way the thumbnail looked. I'm excited about this one. This one's been like a little while coming, just like the last one. I really like these variety streams to kind of change it up. Plus, there's a lot more work behind it than, say, just a normal hop-on-play game stream. So, that's exciting. And tomorrow, we're doing another variety stream, and we're doing a drawing stream, which is really exciting. I have the stream schedule up for the week, so you guys can go on the Twitter and check it out. Here, I'll put the Twitter in the chat, so you guys can go over there and follow it. Twitter... There we go. Yeah, you guys can go over there and you guys can follow Twitter and you can see all the stream schedule and everything for the week. Which is perfect, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these variety streams, but I've really been liking doing them recently. I'm really excited about this one because this one's a little more personal. After we do the presentation though, we'll probably just watch some videos, some random stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to see what we got out there. We might do some more Why So Expensive, or we may watch some other things. I don't know, some kind of reaction Andy kind of content. I also hate, I don't know what happened to this computer, but if you can see right where my head is, I've said this before, but if you see right in the middle of my head, see how there's that little pixel? Something happened to my camera. It wasn't originally like this, but there's like one pixel that's jacked up. I remember there was a little, you know those projectors, what are they called? Smart boards that the schools use? Our school had one in basically the band room. And that one was so messed up, the projector. It was basically like a star show because there was just 100 of these little dots everywhere. Probably more than 100, honestly. It was really bad. And then you try to play movies or something on it when everyone was gathered in there before an event. Sometimes we would sit in the band room or something, or after things. Sometimes you just end up in the classroom or who knows where. And for some reason the projector was really messed up. Also, if you can see by my little name there, you can't see it super well, but there's actually a sub badge next to my name. And if you guys sub, you guys can sub for free with a Prime sub, or you can do the paid $5 sub. You can actually get this little sub badge, and each month you subscribe during different goals, you'll actually get different badges, which is super cool. I'm also working on getting emails done. I had to wait for my sister to get done with the thing she had to do over the weekend, but I'll probably talk to her about getting the border thing for the gaming thing, and also the emotes for the subs, because currently it's just like the default ones and I want to get custom ones made. So I gotta work on designs for those. But I'm really, like I said, I've been really excited about this different kind of content from what we've been doing. And I'm really excited about today's stream, which, like I said, is the All About Me stream, revealing my greatest secrets to the world. I'm super excited about that. I also really hope this VOD records, because I just deleted two of them from my recycling bin, so I think we should have enough for this one, but I'll probably have to start deleting the VODs, because I ran out of space like really quick, which I wasn't surprised, because I only have like 2 terabytes in total of space. What I'll probably end up doing is buying at some point more space, but for now we're working with what we're working with, so it is what it is. Alright, should we get on to the main course? I'm honestly ready. I didn't really have too much else to say. I also really need to clean my glasses. I have a problem. I'll clean my glasses and I'll have like a streak of cleaning them after they get dirty, and then the problem is it takes only like a day or two and they're already dirty again. Maybe I accidentally picked them up wrong, or they just get general dust because they sit on my desk. Also, I need to dust off my desk again. It's not like gamer level bad where it's got like trash and stuff. I'm also not one of those people, like most people who stream, who just have like soda cans and crap all over their desk. That's just disgusting to me. That would actually bother me. Everything on my desk, if I ever did a setup tour, everything is very much organized. The only thing that I wish was a little bit better was the cable management, but I need some longer cords, and besides that, I also need to like tape the power strip and the USB hub to the back, but I don't even know exactly how I'd do that. I have like a cage thing, so I could potentially put it in there somehow. The problem is I don't know how I'd get the cords to bend. It's also one of those ones where you have to power them on, so that's kind of annoying. If I always left them on, it'd be fine, but I don't want them to constantly always be on. I'd rather get like a 7 USB hub that doesn't have the buttons to turn on and off, so I don't have to worry about it. It'll just always be powered on when the computer's actually on, and then when it's powered off, then it's fine, because the power supply is still on. So I think even if I turn the computer off, I think the glow would still be there. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it would be, because the power supply is on. So that is kind of annoying, and just general, it just be on, and I don't want to use like unnecessary power. Not that I'm necessarily worried about that. Alright, let's get to it. Here, let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. That's like the only time I ever adjust my volume. I always have it at 100%, but when it comes to streaming, then the music is so loud you can't hear me. And it's a bit of a problem. Alright, let me get this pulled up. See my face glowing. And then we can switch over to this. And then we can do one of these. Oh, I just didn't have it open, okay. There we go, there it is. Look at this, look at me. I'm beautiful. Alright. Let's get to it, chat. Alright, everyone, this is me exposing my secrets to the world. Who am I? Let's get to this. All About Me by yours truly. Slide 1. What is my name? Who am I? Well, you guys all know me by YOLO, my online alias. But what is my real name? You'll never know. You'll never know you're getting scammed. You'll never know. Until I'm ready to tell you, you'll never know. Also, here's a picture of me. Beautiful. Look at that sexy man standing by a river. The sunglasses, the hat that was a lot bigger on my head back then, and now my head's just thick. I also used to be skinny, and now you look at me and yeah, it's not great. Okay. Next, my age. How old is YOLO? In my heart, I feel like I'm 15. I feel like I'm 15. Sometimes I feel a little bit younger, you know. Sometimes you look at yourself and I'm like, am I really 20? Do I feel like I'm 20? No, I don't feel like I'm 20. I feel like, you know, I'm a good 15 in my mind. I feel like I'm not quite at that 20 age, you know. Can we just roll back the time a little bit, you know? You know, take off the responsibilities. I don't feel like I'm 20. I feel like a kid still. At least that's what I tell myself at night. But, sadly, in my sad reality, that is actual reality, I am actually 20 years old. A lot of people ask me, how old are you? I am actually 20 years old. I haven't been 20 for super long, but yes, I am the 20. Look at me as a child, so disturbing looking. Look at me, I look like I'm on crack. It looks like I took a balloon to my head. What has happened here? Is this me? Oh gosh. Also, you can just tell the age of the photo just by the quality. Goodness. Kids got it good now. Height. How tall is YOLO? In my dreams, I'm 6'5", you know? I wish I was 6'5", but you know, someone has to have the worst genetics in the world, suck back there, has to have the worst genetics in the world, and has scoliosis, you know? So my 6'5" dreams as a child, yeah, those were dashed immediately. Unfortunately. Dang it, I didn't fill my water bottle up. This is a tragedy. This is a real tragedy. I can't believe it. I didn't even fill my water bottle. What am I doing? And sadly, yet again, in my sad reality, I am actually only 5'10". Now, bear in mind, that's not that short. That's actually taller than the average male in the United States. So, you know, I'm not that down bad, but, you know, it could be a lot worse. It could really be a lot worse. Look at me. See, this photo maybe makes me look taller. Look at these legs. Man, you should see my legs now. I'm jacked. I worked out today. I'm swole. I'm feeling it. This shirt's probably too small, but it's fine. Also, what was this outfit? I have red shoes on with a Ninja Get Good Kid shirt, a shorts that barely even match the shirt as it is, and then gray socks. What am I doing? What was my fashion sense back then? At least my hair was looking half decent that day. To be fair, I'm pretty sure this is a photo of me from the first day of school, so that's gotta count for something, right? How heavy is YOLO? Is YOLO thick? Let's find out. In my dreams, I wish I was 220, jacked. Like a running back or something. I really wish that was me, but how much does YOLO really weigh? Let's find out. Drum roll, please. YOLO is a 180-pound weakling. That is how much I weigh. About 180 is my actual weight. Yes, I know, the sad reality. Your favorite streamer is not actually jacked in 220. He's actually 5'10", 180, and a damn weakling. I started working out again, so I'm not like completely weak. But I'm not. It's not looking up for your boy. It's not looking up. Unfortunately, things just they're not looking up. See, this is how I feel when I look at this. I'm like, really, is this me? Is this really me? Also, look at this. Look at the things you get for your birthday. See, this is why birthdays are the worst. See, when I get a card, I'm not like, let me read this because this person put thought into it. Let me read what they said because they probably put effort into it. No, I'm like Greg Heffley here with Diary Wimpy Kid, shaking out the cards, brother. I'm shaking out the cards. Who cares about if they care? I just want my money. Give me $100 for my birthday. Is that too much to ask for? Am I being selfish? Probably. Am I, Chad? I mean, I don't know. Am I being egregious by just wanting money in my cards and not actually caring what's written in there? How many people actually make written cards? I mean, look at this. This is a store-bought card. So if it's not like handmade, why should you have to read it? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. Also, what are these bags? I just looked at this. Hip hip hooray. What am I, 5? I don't even know how old I was in this, but I'm assuming this was from a recent birthday. I think this was probably actually my last birthday. No class. No class anymore. Also, you can tell I literally, it was the morning time, even though it's very light out for being morning time. Even though I guess my birthday is technically yeah, I guess it's technically in spring. Yeah, the Minion pajamas. I've literally had these pajamas since I was like, I don't even know, maybe middle school? Middle school is honestly pushing it. Probably end of middle school I've had these for at least like 5 to 7 years. And yet I still wear them. Let me tell you, way too small. Just like this shirt I'm wearing, this thing's way too small. The shorts I'm wearing, that thing would get censored on Twitch. This is why we're sitting down in a chair. Because these shorts are way too small for me wearing it, but I can't be bothered to get rid of it because I barely have enough clothes as it is. It's not necessarily because we don't have enough money for clothes, it's just that I'm picky for clothes, so yeah, let's just say shopping is a painful experience for everyone involved. Now then, my favorite color. What is YOLO's favorite color? Let us find out. Drumroll please. What is YOLO's favorite color? Forest green. A very specific shade of green. If someone asked me, what is your favorite color? You know what I would say? I'd say green. But actually a very specific shade of green. I am a very particular person if you've ever met me. And so, in saying that, my favorite shade of green is forest green, and it's my favorite color. Why it's my favorite color, I don't know. The story behind my favorite color is really no better of an explanation of why it's my favorite color. The way that I found out what my favorite color was, I don't even know what my original favorite color was. It was probably red or something, or maybe it was blue. Honestly, I have an obstinance towards blue now. Blue is just not a vibe. Blue is not. It's just not me. It's not me. Like, having blue in things, perfectly fine. You've seen me, the ninja shirt, everything. Yeah, that's fine. But honestly, just in general, blue is just like one of my least favorite colors. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm obstinate to everyone else's opinions. But yes, forest green is my favorite. The story behind why I love forest green. Let me get the music rolling here. The story behind me liking forest green actually starts a long time ago, back in the days when I didn't have the stress about having a career and getting your life together and such things. And me and my sister, we're in Home Depot or Lowe's, and we're looking around because who wants to follow their parents around at Home Depot? That's boring. Also, the floors in Home Depot and Lowe's are dangerous. They're slick, and I honestly don't know how, being the dangerous kid I was, that I never cracked my head on the floor, but I managed to not do that. Anyways, like every kid does in Home Depot or Lowe's, you go over, you grab the manuals for the floors that tell you the different palettes or for colors for walls, and that's what we did. We used to always go around and we'd find the little plastic things. Sometimes they'd be on like the outside of the aisles, and they'd have like the little, like I said, they're like a brochure, and they have like floor types, they have colors for walls, all different kinds of stuff. I don't know why we always collected those, and then we'd actually take them home afterwards. It wasn't like one of those situations where you take it out and then your parents tell you to put it back. No, we religiously collected every one. We would go out of our way to find all the books, and we just keep them. But my favorite color, for some reason, I found it in a book. Like I said, it was one of those ones that's for walls, and it was like one of the last pages in there, and it was a picture of a color for a bathroom, and I wasn't necessarily looking at the bathroom because, let me tell you, never paint the color of your wall forest green in your bathroom, or else you won't be able to see. It'll be so dark. It's like you're living back in the 1800s or something. That's what I don't understand. Why do people have like those like super dark walls and then the super dark cabinetry, and then the lighting just can't compensate because there's not enough of it, and it just looks like way too dark. It looks like you don't even have electricity at that point. You're living in a damn cave. But anyways, I looked at the little palette sample, and for some reason that specific forest green that is on the palette was my favorite color. I don't know why, but yeah, my favorite color is forest green. My favorite color combination, if you can't tell, it's actually a shade color combination if you're really being technical, is red and black, and you can tell that by my color scheme probably. Red, black, and white, I'm telling you, that's just like, it's clean, brother. I can't tell you. I can't tell you why, but I just love red, black, and white. Clean, the good trio. See, it's kind of similar to this. Actually, if I look at it on my left monitor, because this left monitor is not necessarily the most color accurate, it actually looks a lot lighter. But what you guys will probably see is this way darker color. I had to get as forest green is almost as far dark green as you can go before hitting black or getting some weird colors in there. So you guys can probably actually see a lot more accurate color depending on what you're watching it on. Now, the most controversial subject I will be covering in this slideshow about me, your favorite streamer, is my favorite anime. Everyone, if you've ever been in my chat, if you're an OG, if you're a new viewer, you know I love my anime. No, I am not a weeb. Why people label themselves weebs if they just watch anime, that's not even, if you actually look up the term, that has nothing to do with it. Just watching anime does not make you a weeb. You have to like Japanese culture over everything else. You have to be obsessed with Japanese culture. I am not obsessed with Japanese culture. I think it's cool. Yeah. Do I think it's the best culture in the world? No. Am I obsessed with it? No. Do I have scrolls in my room with kanji on it? No, I don't. Oddly enough, I don't actually. That would have been one of those moments where I was like, yes, I do, but that doesn't mean I'm actually in it. Actually a weeb. No, that's not me. No, but I do like some people love my anime sometimes. I always watch an episode every night. Currently, I'm watching 2 shows. One show I'm watching all the way through right now, and the other show I wait each week for another episode to come out. Both great anime. I'm trying to get back into it because I'm trying to be more consistent about like having a schedule of when I do things so that it becomes more of a routine, more of a habit than just like trying to force myself to do it. It's just kind of more, human nature. When I say human nature, it's more just natural, like muscle memory, kind of. But what are my favorite anime? Another drum roll. What is my favorite anime? In first place, we have Full Metal Alchemist / Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. In second place, we have One Piece. In third place, we have Hunter x Hunter and SAO Season 1. And in honorable mentions, Teasing Master Takagi-san. Now, you might be confused. Why are these on my list? Well, first, Full Metal Alchemist is on my list. Also, oddly enough, on my center one, you can actually see that it was meant to be a transparent image. But on my left monitor, because of the way the color thing is, it looks white. So when I made this originally, I made it on my left monitor. So now that I'm looking on this side, there's actually the thing to make this transparent, but it just wasn't transparent because I didn't download the image. I just dragged it from the internet. So that's a bit of a yikes. But anyways, subtracting that from the situation, Full Metal Alchemist. Why is Full Metal Alchemist / Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood my favorite anime? First of all, I couldn't decide. I knew it was Full Metal Alchemist. That was my favorite anime. I love that show. When I watched that show, I'm telling you, I was already kind of hooked on anime before that. But after I watched that show, I'm telling you, I was binging everything. I was binging Fairy Tail, all the good ones. I also should have probably put Fairy Tail on the list. I don't know why I didn't. I should have put it in the honorable mentions category. I love Fairy Tail. I also still need to finish it. It's just that I'm currently after I watch my shows, I'm gonna get back into watching an episode of One Piece every night and an episode of Fairy Tail. Dude, original like season 1, like Fairy Tail. That brings me back, brother. That brings me back. It's also insane. Teasing Master Takagi-san. Actually, the second season when I first started watching it because they Netflix adapted it. Was 3 years ago. And I was watching it during the time that they were still making a few episodes for it. So it was actually like 3 years ago, which is insane to me because I'm watching it back because I'm watching all the episodes back before I start season 3. I'm kind of hoping by the time I'm done with what I'm on season 2 now, that hopefully a few more episodes are done for the dub because I'm watching the dub. Because I'm a terrible person who watches anime dubs instead of the subs. Yeah, I know. I'm not a horrible person that you know who does that. But anyways, the reason why I pick Full Metal Alchemist / Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood as my favorite, like I said, I don't know what it is about it, but I just love the story, the characters, and everything. And I just couldn't decide between Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist, for me, original, I just think like the art style in a way and just like the way it is, kind of that older grungy look, just lends itself so well to the vibe of the story and everything. I don't know what it is. The original artwork for me is better. I think the backgrounds, I think if you like mixed like that grunge with like the backgrounds of the second one, I think the backgrounds look better. I don't really like the way the characters necessarily look. in terms of how they look like comparatively. I just don't think it looks as good as the original. But I do think the story, in terms of story wise, I think they're comparable. But I think that Brotherhood to me is the better story. But kind of the vibe I get from the original one I like better. So I couldn't decide between the two. Then we have One Piece. One Piece is my second favorite. I don't know. I just love the story of One Piece. I have watched currently close to 460 episodes. I'm right at Marineford. I think I said right when Oars is like revealed as a character, I guess, is the episode I'm on. I need to get back into that. The problem is, like when I first originally watched it, when I tell you I was watching like 2 episodes a night, I was watching 2 episodes a night for like a year almost. Okay, maybe a year is an exaggeration because I would have watched a lot more episodes, but for like months on end, I was watching every night 2 episodes of One Piece. I was being sleep deprived because I'm too analytical, and so I pause, and I always watched at night, so I'm like up way too late because what was a 30-minute episode turned into an hour episode because I keep pausing because I need to see every little frame by frame to analyze everything. Yes, do I have a problem? Probably I do have a problem. We won't talk about that. Anyways, yeah, One Piece to me is just amazing. I'm currently reading the manga. Well, I'm not reading from the beginning. I'm like the degenerate person who, you guys know the Percy Jackson books. Yeah, I read the Percy Jackson books, but when I got to the final series, because I'd actually read every other, so there's like 2 sets of books. There's like 3 sets of like story progression. Once I'd finished the first series of books in a row, I immediately read uh oh I read the one about Annabeth's mother. Um what is her mother's name? That's gonna bother me. Hold up. What is her name? I'm gonna look this up. What is her name? Hold up. I need to figure this out. I know what her name is, but I can't remember. Heroes of Olympus. Here it is. Okay, it is the Mark of Athena. Yes. Annabeth's mother was Athena, and I read Mark of Athena before I read The Lost Hero and the Son of Neptune. Thank goodness, at least when I did read Lost Hero and Son of Neptune, I did read them in order. I think I ended up, yeah. So I read Mark of Athena. I didn't reread it afterwards, but then I read Lost Hero, Son of Neptune, and then I think at the time you had to wait because it hadn't come out. The next book, The House of Hades. Let me tell you, when I got to I think I did end up reading the Mark of Athena again, dude. That cliffhanger at the end of the Mark of Athena, I'm not gonna say because I'm not gonna spoil the books, but to be fair, they've been out for so long. If you haven't watched them, at this point, spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear what I'm saying, don't watch right now. Wait a minute. I'm going to tell this for a second because it needs to added context needed. At the end of Mark of Athena, they're falling into hell, kind of like Kronos when they threw his body into hell, because that's what they were looking for. Dude, that thing, dude, I was so pissed. I was like, bro, I need to know what happens. What's happening? Also, I had no context the first time I was reading, so I was completely confused. Not on everything because I've obviously read the full first series, but when I got to that book, I was like, I don't even know what's going on here because I hadn't read the other 2 books. Let me tell you, made a lot more sense when you read book 1 and 2. Book 3 makes a lot more sense. I'm pretty sure I did actually end up reading it. Then I read House of Hades and The Blood of Olympus, which were both very good books. I think at that point, it just been so long between reading the books, I'd almost forgotten some of the stuff. So when I read it, it wasn't nearly as good as if I had like the fresh mind. I think if I reread the whole series over again, dude, it's just like nostalgia. Like if there was a book series that I was actually going to read again, you guys know I don't actually read books very often, but if there was a book series I was going to read again, dude, I loved Rick Riordan's books. I also love Kane Chronicles. Dude, let me tell you, Kane Chronicles is great. Magnus Chase, kind of a miss for me. It wasn't terrible. I actually read every single book. I think I actually own every single book. I own The Sword of Summer, The Hammer of Thor, and The Ship of the Dead. I'm pretty sure I actually own the physical copy of every single one. Maybe not The Sword of Summer. I might have read that at the library, but I'm pretty sure I do own every single version. Also, they left it at a damn cliffhanger. Nagelbar about to sail off. Ragnarok about to happen, and they cut the series off. They haven't even made another book. They haven't announced making another book. I know they're making some kind of like Netflix series thing for like the original book or the like original like first series of books, but they haven't done anything for the Magnus Chase series. What's happening? I don't know if they just had bad sales and Rick just didn't write the last book, but I don't know. Also, Trials of Apollo wasn't about a demigod; it was about an actual god. So I was like, it's kind of garbage. Also, I looked at what the premise is for Daughter of the Deep, the Deep, the Deep, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. This is not my vibe. This is not like purebred Rick Riordan. So I'm slightly upset at Rick. Rick, if you're hearing this now and I'm upset, do the fourth book of Magnus Chase. I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens. Rick, you're leaving me on a cliffhanger. If we ever meet in real life, dude, we're gonna have issues. I need to know what's in the fourth book. Someone send this clip to Rick Riordan, please. That's my piece. That's my 2 cents. That's what I have to say about this. I can't believe it. I can't believe Rick left me on a cliffhanger. Anyways, like I said, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, I could not decide. But One Piece is my second favorite series, dude. If not Brotherhood, dude, One Piece got me hooked on anime. Dude, I love like season 1, 2, like early One Piece is so good. I've heard it kind of gets between that and like Wano, but I've heard Wano's crazy. I have watched some episodes of Wano, and like I said, I have a problem of skipping because I get too excited. I leak so much, dude. When I'm watching a show, somehow it's like one of those placebo effects where you see something and then you see them all the time. Like when my mom got her Subaru, all we saw were like Subarus. We noticed everyone was having them, and it was like the newer versions because she'd gotten like one of the newer versions at the time. And like I swear, we were seeing them all the time. It's like that. I completely lost my train of thought. I had a train of thought going there on why I said that, and then I just got on a million tangents and completely forgot where I was at. Let me think here. One Piece. What was I saying about One Piece? Oh yes, it was getting me hooked. Okay, it was getting me hooked on anime. Blah blah blah. Placebo effect. Placebo effect. What was I thinking? Placebo effect. Oh, anyways, I know what I was talking about. Me being leaked. Me being leaked. I when I start watching a show, somehow those like clips, those anime clips, like pop in my timeline. Not even me like looking them up, but somehow they pop up in my YouTube feed, and then I just immediately get leaked about a plot point. I'm like, brother, I was not trying to get leaked. Sometimes I intentionally watch videos, not really trying to intentionally watch them because I'm too intrigued to know things, and it's a problem. But I've been trying to be better about not leaking myself, dude. I know so much about One Piece that I haven't actually seen yet that I just have no context to that I already know. Like before I haven't even got to time skip. Bear in mind, I'm like Marine for right before time skip, so we haven't even got to Return to Dressrosa or whatever 2 year time skip period. We're in Marine Ford currently, and I already know what everybody's outfits look like for basically every arc after time skip. Even Wano, I've seen episodes of Wano like leading up to 1,000. When episode 1,000 came out, I actually did watch episode 1,000. I've watched a few others. I was like watching like a streak of them. Dude, when I watch them back, it's gonna be a lot better. The dub's actually up to like 700, almost 800, or something like that. So it's catching up. It's not like that close, but it's definitely catching up. I'm gonna quickly take this cam off for a second, and I'll be back and keep talking. But I need to go get some water. So I will be back in a second, guys. Let me put the... There we go. I'll be back. And I'm back. Oh, the... There we go, we're back. I had to go get some water. I'm talking so much, dude. You don't understand. I go on so many tangents, but no one ever wants to listen to them. See, when I'm on camera, no one can not... Everyone is forced to listen to me. You're all here. You're all stuck with me. But I can go on as many rants as I want to. So, where were we with One Piece? Yeah, basically I've been leaked about everything in One Piece, story-wise, for the most part, except probably small details that will probably largely impact the story, but it's fine. I'm not that leaked. It's not that demotivating. The problem is I think I burnt myself out of the series because I was like on the hard One Piece grind. Also, other things were happening at the time that just like completely janked my schedule of watching anime, so I'm trying to get back to a more reasonable schedule of watching, because the problem is, like I said, I always watch it at night, but it takes me so long to watch them because I'm very analytical, so then I don't ever actually end up like sticking to it because I get to watching too many episodes. Like at one point, I was like watching like 5 series every night, so it was like an episode of each one, and that was like way too much. Because I would have had to start like early because it took so long to watch them, and some of them took longer to watch. So I could be up to like 12 watching anime, and I'm telling you, I'm one of those people that needs their sleep, and so I'm not waiting like. I'm not going to bed at like 12. I'm going like to bed before like 10:30. If I don't go to bed like 10:30 or less, I'm dead. I'm dead. I need my 8 hours. I'm one of those people. I'm not Mr. 5-hour Andy being able to survive the day. Now then, Hunter x Hunter. Why do I like Hunter x Hunter and SAO so much? Why Hunter x Hunter / SAO Season 1? Hunter x Hunter, oh my gosh. If you don't like Hunter x Hunter, you're on some crack. You're on some crack. If you don't watch the first season of Hunter x Hunter, or like the first few seasons of Hunter x Hunter and don't like it, what's wrong with you? Are you even an anime fan? What's wrong with you? I mean, I'm not really saying this, but I really feel like I'm saying this. Hunter x Hunter is so good. I don't know what it is. Most people hate Season 1, but I actually really do like Season 1 of Hunter x Hunter when they're doing the tests and everything, because, like I said, I'm a very analytical person, so I love, like, story building and world building and character building and figuring out all the things about the characters. I have a bit of a problem, as you probably can tell. And so I loved Season 1 and learning everything. And especially when they started using Nen 2 at the Tower of Heaven. Dude. I will say Chimera Ant arc, probably, I know, unpopular opinion, probably one of my least favorite arcs. Oh my gosh. That arc felt like it was dragging on for a damn year. The fight scenes were sick. Probably some of the best of the series. Although, to be fair, the way the power scaling was, it was kind of, They weren't very balanced. It was like one person would just like one-shot someone, or they'd be like trying to prolong it for very long. And obviously anime fight scenes normally don't last like a lot of episodes. It's not like Dragon Ball where one episode lasts 30 episodes, and I don't necessarily want that. But sometimes it does feel like it's like just like a one-shot KO and the fight's over. I mean, the fights kind of lasted off, but at that point they were getting so overpowered, it was kind of, I don't know. Sometimes when characters are less powerful, the whole fight itself is better, but when they're super powerful, unless the fight's being dragged out for a bit, it's not as great. I feel like you need the fight to almost drag out more when you're not at a lower stage. But Hunter x Hunter is so good. I love the characters. Dude, the dub voice actors, you can hate me for watching the dub. Dude, the dub voice actors are so good. Let me tell you also, I've heard the sub voice actors for One Piece, and they're good. And I think it's honestly very comparable between the two. I think either or you'd like them. I don't know what it is, but I feel like English voice actors, and I've said this before, I feel like they have a lot more personality between different characters. I feel like Japanese people in general, and this isn't me just trying to objectify Japanese people, but I feel like a lot of times they have very similar personalities, or the way they express things sounds very similar, and to me it's not as interesting as like the American voice actors. There's so much more being able to like mold to a character's personality, depending on what kind of personality. I feel like some personalities Japanese people just generally are great at tending to. I will say I've heard the voice actor for Kaido in One Piece, because you know I leak everything to myself, and I will say that's inferior to Kaido, the actual Kaido voice actor. I'm also very intrigued, once the dub gets to Whole Cake, who the hell are they gonna have do Big Mom? That's gonna be a damn train wreck. I can't imagine they actually get someone good for that. I could very well be wrong. You know what would be funny? What if they got who's the person in Spirited Away, Baba Yaga or something? Oh my gosh! Imagine they get, is it Babidi? Baba Yaga, something like that. Dude, if they got the voice actor for that to do Big Mom, that would be funny. That'd just be funny. It wouldn't actually be, like, crazy good, but it would be funny if they actually did that. Yeah, I'm a nerdy dub watcher, so, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I do watch dubs from here and there, and basically every anime show I've ever watched was dubs. And I'm not saying sometimes subs aren't better, but I'm too analytical and I just don't want to have to be reading text while also watching. So that's my breaking point with that when it comes to watching anime. But Hunter x Hunter, the voice actors are so good. One Piece, the voice actors are so good. Full Metal Alchemist, amazing voice actors also. Dude, One Piece, oh, I love... Dude, everyone has such a distinct personality. Like, I just know... Like, I can just, like, feel the character and the person, like, behind it. And the amount of effort they put towards trying to do this character to another language, but still keep the character of the original character. Alright, and then SAO Season 1. The reason why I put Season 1, I should have also put last season. I feel like Alicization and Season 1 are like peak SAO, dude. The start of SAO, like everyone else that always says this about SAO, so good. Season 1 SAO is insane. It had so much potential, and they absolutely screwed that over. But the first few episodes, dude, just generally Season 1 was so good. Unpopular opinion, though. Unpopular opinion, I did like Gun Gale Online. I liked Gun Gale Online. Aspects of Gun Gale Online. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. The one arc, though, that I will never like, and I hated it, oh my gosh. Alfheim Online. Dude, I hated Alfheim Online. That arc was some ass. That was the worst arc of the damn show. I don't know, it's very close. I liked Mother's Rosario also, but oh my, probably arguably the worst arc of the show. Alfheim Online was some straight booty cheeks. Let me tell you, brother. That oh my goodness, that arc was just some garbage. I did not like Alfheim Online. Even like the some of the yeah, that whole season was just like, why did you feel the need to put this in there? This was not needed. What have you done? Like Gun Gale, I wouldn't say was as good as like peak Season 1. Dude, I love the opening though for Season 2. Good song and good animation. Yeah. I will say, I did really like Alicization. Alicization was very good. It did kind of suck, obviously, that Asuna didn't get a whole lot of screen time, and the ending was kind of cliche to me, but like before the ending of it, it was really good. I don't think the last season's gonna be that great in comparison. I'm gonna still watch it. I don't know when it comes out. I haven't looked it up. I assume it's sometime next year or so. Or if it's this year, it'll be like end of the year, would be my assumption. But I could very well be wrong. But I really did like Season 1, Alicization, and Gun Gale were like really good. That's why I had to put it in third, because oh dude, I just loved SAO so much, I was like, I can't decide between Hunter x Hunter. Now then, the last one on the list is Teasing Master Talkies-san, and I know everyone in chat or afterwards or in the comments of the video that this VOD's gonna be on is gonna be laughing their ass off. They're gonna be like, what the hell is this pick? I look at the rest of yours and that's the most basic ass anime taste I've ever seen. And then here's my outlier. Here's where the inner weeb that's not actually a weeb inside of me comes out. Dude, I don't know what it is about Teasing Master Talkies-san. You watch that at night. You watch that when you just had like a stressful day, dude. That brings all the stress out, dude. It brings me back to my childhood, dude. I love that show. I also think it's just funny because it very much lines up with my personality, dude. When she's like teasing him, bro. This is like me. This is like me torturing people, ruining people's lives, their very livelihood. Oh my gosh, dude. Teasing Master Talkies-san is actually the show I'm currently watching. I'm also watching Spy X Family as it's coming out, as the dub episodes are coming out. But dude, so good. Teasing Master Talkies-san. I originally found it from watching it on Netflix when the season 2 adapted. Let me tell you, Netflix is some ass. What the hell did they do to the show? I watched season 1. I never actually watched season 1. I'd seen a bunch of clips, which was why I knew a lot of the stuff that happened in season 1, but I watched it. Dude, season 1 is so damn good. The only reason I would pick it over season 2, even though I think season 2's story itself is better than season 1, just because it gets to the bread and potatoes here, or it's really leading up to something. For season 3, dude, let me tell you, brother, let me tell you, season 1's voice acting was amazing. The only voice actor I would say, other than maybe like some of the side characters can kind of interchange, but in terms of the two main characters, Nishikata and Takagi, dude, Takagi's second season, I actually like her voice better, which is surprising. I know said that Netflix choices of voice actors was ass for season 2. No, but season 1's Nishikata and you take season 2's Takagi, put them together, dude. Oh my gosh. I did love though the episode where she's like teasing him with when he puts his hands up and acts like he's like controlling the wind. I will say that was funny. That was a good part of her. That's probably my favorite line from the original Takagi voice actor. But yeah, season 1's voice actors are just so good. Also the san thing, saying the Takagi-san in English, it just doesn't translate the same as when you're listening to it in Japanese. It's just the voice actors just didn't really fit the characters. I felt like their personalities, not that they're bad voice actors, because I've watched a lot of the shows because I looked up the voice actor who were behind the voices, and I know them from a lot of other shows and they're fine, but I just don't think those characters were their best. I just don't feel like they really brought everything to the table that some of the other voice actors acted. I'm not saying they were bad or anything, but I just don't feel like they fit the characters the same way. But yeah, I do love watching Takagi-san in the evening, and I can't wait till I get to season 3, dude. Oh my gosh. Dude, the cliffhanger at the end of season 2, I'm like, brother, what the hell? What are you doing to me? I'm not normally like romance anime, and I don't necessarily care necessarily about the romance aspect of it, but I'm like, brother, get it together. Tell me what the hell's going on. I feel like I'm like Nishikata while he's reading 100% Unrequited Love. Also, why they changed it to 100% Crush and the second one, absolute mistake. Also, whenever they do the scenes, when they have like the names for them, they don't actually read out the legitimate names of what it is. They read out like some completely different line than what's actually on there for each like bit of the episode, because normally it's out in bits. So there'll be like storming, and they have something around storming, candy. There's something about them going to a candy shop, something like that. Those aren't exact to the show, but you get what I'm saying. But then they start like saying like the complete thing that's not like not there, and you're like, what? Like the one last night, what was it? It was some, I can't remember what the original title was, but then they said honorifics, and it kind of does go with what it was, but it was like completely off from the name, and it just threw me off. I don't know. That was just me, probably. Alright, what is the next one? Since we'll get off the tangent of anime. My favorite food. Now this one, oh Lord have mercy. What is YOLO's favorite food? First things first, before we shock the world, this may be shocking to some viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. Let me tell you, no, you will be disappointed in me after watching this. You will just generally be disappointed in my choices. And my favorite food is burnt steak. Now you might be confused. Why in the hell in the world do you like burnt steak? What is wrong with you? Are you even human? Who the hell picks burnt steak as their favorite food? And let me explain, it is not burnt to a charcoal. Exactly. It's more like shoe leather, like way past what anyone would actually eat steak. It's not like charcoal burnt. The best way to have steak for me, and I don't know if it's just because my mom's terrible at cooking some things in terms of like burning things. Um, no shade towards mom. She probably hears this and gonna type something in the chat. Gosh, I'm gonna get attacked here in a second. But she always used to overcook the steak, so I just got really used to it, and I really like steak. I really don't, it's gonna sound weird, I don't like moist meat. I just don't like any moisture. I want my, like, meat to be dry. That's just my honest opinion. That's why I can't eat rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken is terrible. If I'm eating fried chicken, it can't be, like, there can't be any moisture on the inside. It has to be, like, dry as hell. I just do not, it's not my thing. And the burnt flavor to me adds so much versus just like a normally cooked steak. There's way more flavor to me. You can tell me there's not, but you're just wrong. And you know, everyone has their opinions. And if I went to a 5-star restaurant, they'd kick me out because I decided to order burnt steak. They'd be like, "No, we refuse to cook this for you because this steak's $1,000. We're not burning it for you." And yeah, I'd be like, "Fair enough." But yes, burnt steak is my favorite, dude. The best way, like I said, to make steak. Oh my gosh, you put it in like the George Foreman grills. Have you ever seen those George Foreman grills that like clamp down, kind of like one of those waffle makers? Dude, you like grill it. It's got the little like grill things for the grill marks. You clamp that. You clamp that baby down. You put it under there. You wait till it gets like a bit of a charcoal crust. It's not actual charcoal, but just like a bit of a crust to it. Dude, it is so good. Everyone else like struggles to chew it, but I'm perfectly fine. Honestly, maybe it's just the way my teeth are. I can chew through that perfectly fine. Oh my gosh, dude. I will like level a plate of that stuff in like 30 seconds, dude. I love good like encrusted burnt steak. So good. I'm also not a sauce person. I also one of these days need to explain my diet to you guys because you guys will be disappointed. I explain my diet and what I like to eat to one of my teachers in school. You know what they said to me? I'm like, it's so horrible. They told me I have the diet of a serial killer. They were like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why do you want to see the world burn? Speaking of wanting to see the world burn, this is like my face when I like tell everyone I like burnt steak. You just see the face of a devil. I actually, well, I got these pictures from my mom off of her phone, and she sent them on my phone, and then I put them on here through my Google Drive. And I think I labeled this one as like demon eyes. Dude, the cameras back then, and even sometimes just in poor lighting, make you look like you have these red demon eyes because of the way the lighting is. It looks like that. Dude, this is like me. I'm like, yes, I like to see the world burn. I like my steak burn. Deal with it, world. Deal with it. I have a problem, probably. My diet isn't healthy. What's wrong with me? Am I even human? Alright, what is next? Things I love to learn. Now, some of these things will not be shocking to you, but some may be shocking. So, what are some of the things YOLO likes to learn, being the queerless person that he is? And here they are. The things that I love to learn the most about are history, food, plants, animals, tech, and how things are made. Now, let me give context to why would YOLO put this on his All About Me slideshow? Why would he put this on here? And let me explain to you why exactly I would put this on my thing. The reason why I put things I love to learn on here is because, as you know, I have a problem with getting distracted watching YouTube because I like to learn things that are weird and strange and odd. And why do I learn them? I don't really know. I was learning about mind controlling spores yesterday. Don't ask. But I love to learn things. I've always been querulous as a kid. I've always been asking questions. If you're wondering what querulous is, it has nothing to do with what it might sound like. And honestly, you could also say it querulous, uh, like a question, but querulous or queerless, whichever way I guess you pronounce it, there's probably a proper way, and I'm probably not saying it's the proper way. It's one of the two. Is when you're really curious and you ask questions a lot. That is me to a T. Uh, I Speaking of history, the first one on there, dude. In school, like I said, I don't read a whole lot. I think I read probably a lot more back in the day, just because every summer our mom would make, or our mom, my sister and our mom, my mom would always make me and my sister every summer after school, or after school it ended during the summer. She would make us read for 30 minutes every day, and it's probably a good thing because I'm a pretty proficient reader now, way more than most people are. uh, but I also think it probably just ruined any chance I had at liking reading. I just generally, unless I'm reading Percy Jackson, like I said, I'm not reading. But history graphic novels, dude, they have these great history graphic novels. It was a series of them on different events and histories, but there was like ones on wars, dude. My favorite war, and most people probably don't even know about this war. One of my favorite wars, something that's not talked about enough, the War of Antietam. Now, what is Antietam? Antietam is a battle in the Civil War, and it is the bloodiest battle ever on U.S. soil. The most amount of people that have ever died in a battle on U.S. soil is the Battle of Antietam. Pearl Harbor is probably my second favorite, and then there's some other ones in there that I like. But dude, I don't know what it is, but just like the complex history and the way things unfolded during the Battle of Antietam, oh my gosh, brother. Let me tell you, I loved reading those graphic novels, dude. Those things had me hooked. Dude, the only reason I ever got like those, did you guys ever have like the star points or whatever that you got for reading, and you take like these online quizzes and they were like linked to like the numbers on the books or whatever? Dude, we had those, and you get like a reward. The only reason I ever got it, like the couple times I didn't get it every time, was because of the graphic novels, dude. I loved reading it. The Battle of Antietam, I got a perfect score on it, I'll say, because I was so interested in that book, dude. It was like the easiest quiz of my life. I loved the Battle of Antietam. I haven't read about it in a long time, and I don't remember all the details, but it is my very favorite war. And I don't know what it is, but when it comes to history, just general history, I like. But learning about wars and the things that unfolded that led to the outcome of the battles, ooh, I don't know, dude. That got me feeling some kind of way, brother. That got me feeling some kind of way. Now then, second thing on there is food. Now you might be confused. Why now? Yolo, you said something about liking history. Okay, that's fair. Not everyone likes history, and probably only nerds really like history. But food? How does food have anything to do with the last thing you said? Now, let me explain to you why I do love learning about food. I don't know what it is. I hate most foods. Like, I will tell you right now, if I had to eat something plain by itself, I do not like any fruits or vegetables. The only thing out of fruits and vegetables that I would eat by itself is like maraschino cherries. Maraschino cherries is the closest thing to a fruit that I would actually eat by itself. Not that there aren't fruits that I could eat by itself and it'd be okay. Like apples, I can eat by themselves. I don't really like apples that much, but sometimes my mom makes me eat them because she's like, you need your fiber and you can't always be eating processed meat and stuff. It's not good for you. You need to eat apples sometimes. So, I'm forced to eat apples. Luckily, sometimes I get caramel sauce with it, so I'm okay with that. You gotta balance it out. You can't be too healthy, right? Caramel doesn't ruin the whole nutrition thing with apples. No, 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 no. No, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I don't know what it is, but I love learning about how foods are made and the proper way to make foods, like techniques and stuff, and like how people season stuff. I don't know. I'm a very analytical person, and I like to learn like the proper ways, and just generally just interesting facts about things. I love just learning those obscure random facts that no one would ever care about, but I just think are especially intriguing to me. I'm one of those people that I don't know what it is, but it's just a me thing. If I hear something and I'm just intrigued by it, I'm just like, intriguing. And it's not like one of those like sinister, like, intriguing, going to murder you later, kind of intriguing. It's just like I'm actually generally interested. But food, I don't know. I watch a lot of videos about food. Food is very interesting. Now, plants is something that you wouldn't expect, and it's not necessarily like how to grow a plant per se. But I do just like learning about different interesting plants or maybe like applications they're used in. Like one of the coolest things I think I learned about when it comes to plants and why I put it on here, you can basically bonsai any tree. Some trees bonsai a little bit better, and they wouldn't really probably recommend bonsaiing every tree, but it's almost technically possible to bonsai any kind of tree in a way. Wisteria trees, if you guys know what wisteria trees are, they're the trees that have like the drooping, they're kind of like willows, but instead of just being like those like leaf things that get everywhere, it's actually like these flower things that come down. They look really cool. You'll see them a lot in like Japan or different parts of Asia. They have like a wisteria garden somewhere in Japan where they have like this thing where the tree grows over the top and then the branches grow over the top and they have this like cage thing and then the wisteria comes down straight. And then they have a bunch of other ones spotted around that are different colored ones. Uh, but you can actually like bonsai a wisteria tree. A wisteria tree would normally grow like tall, but not like super tall for what you would consider for a tree. It's definitely not like an oak tree or generally like taller trees or bigger trees. It's pretty small in size. But you can actually like bonsai them, but the flowers stay the same size, so you get those huge droops. But it's like a smaller thing. The proportionality, I don't know, looks insane to me. I think it just looks sick. I'm not one of those people who like think things are pretty, but I think things are cool. To me, I think things are cool. Not things aren't like pretty to me. I wouldn't define things that I like as necessarily being pretty, but I think that wisteria bonsai looks sick. And also some of like the oaks and stuff when you bonsai them look sick because the leaves kind of stay, like I said, the same size. And if you were to like not do like the wire wrapping and maintaining them as a small tree, they can actually just grow back to like a big size. I was watching this thing, and it's this guy who has a bonsai farm in California, and there was a tree that was getting really sick, um, and it was getting a little too big to be a bonsai in its pot anymore. So he put it in the ground, and in the middle of its little like stone place, and he's got some tables set up where he's growing the bonsai. That tree in the middle was originally a bonsai, but it looks like a normal tree now, and you wouldn't be able to tell because they are technically just normal trees. But even like really big trees, like oak trees, can actually be bonsai. You just have to wrap them, and people think that it's actually them like abusing the trees by wrapping them up, but it actually really isn't. It's actually perfectly safe for the plants, and you're just kind of restricting their growth by giving them a little bit less nutrients. Because the thing is, like for instance, an oak tree, oak trees are like trees that grow based on like proximity and also the amount of nutrients. So if you have a tree that's really nutrient rich and has a large space and there aren't any trees around, it'll grow super wide and super big because the nutrients, first of all, it has it all to itself and it has the space to expand. But say you had a bunch of oak trees planted together, and even if it was like a nutrient rich soil, they'll grow long and tall. So that oak tree may not necessarily grow like super super tall, but it'll grow really wide because of the space. But those small trees will be really thin and tall because of the proximity and the splitting of like nutrients in that area. Um, so that's kind of how those trees work. But I do love learning about plants. Uh, Tech. Now, why would I put tech on there? Let me turn the jazz back on for the 5 minutes that I have left on that. Why would I put tech on there? I do love watching some Last Tech Tips, Marquez, all the tech YouTubers. I always like learning about what's coming out. Like, I learned about the 3090s before they came out. I've learned about, in recent times, what the 4090 specs are looking like they might be. I don't know. It kind of goes in tandem with how things are made and how things work. I just love knowing how things work. I love learning about how like different computer parts work, what are the best configuration of parts, or just like cool builds people have made and things like that. I don't know. I love learning about like tech and how things work and the new things that are being innovated and made. I don't know. I love learning about the cutting edge. I'm pretty tech savvy, though I wouldn't say it's necessarily because anyone taught us. I mean, people think that the reason why like kids are good is because they grew up and they were taught. But really, other than the fact that we obviously I grew up with technology, I wasn't really taught a whole lot. You learn like the basic stuff, but it's really not very much. Everything else is just, you kind of have to figure it out yourself. Or that's what I had to do. I could pretty much figure anything out without a teacher telling me how to do it. Though I generally was like that in school, so maybe that's not saying much. But I never really had a problem with technology. I always just knew how to do things. It wasn't necessarily like I had some just insane ability above other people. It was just like, to me, things were like common sense sorts of things. It wasn't even, I don't even like technical things. You know, I've said this before. I don't know if I've said this before on stream, but I think it's so stupid. IQ, intelligence quotient, the test is complete bogus. The IQ test is some garbage. It's complete ass at telling anyone their ability to learn. If you look at the questions on there, they are not diverse enough to tell someone that they're just not as good at learning new things as other people. I think that's complete bogus, because it's just science and math. And not that science and math aren't important, but that's not the whole spectrum of learning things. I also think, to be fair, we label scientists and stuff and people like that as the most intelligent people. I think that's complete bogus. I think people just see them as like the most smart people because of like someone made it's like this discoveries, because it's more like foundational things of like how things work in the world, just like general things like how heat works or things like that. But I really don't think scientists really have so much of an intellectual edge over everyone that they're just such a genius compared to everyone. I think it's just because they specialize in that. Like, you think about it, most scientists, they may understand other things and other like forms of science, but generally most scientists are specialized in one area. Maybe it's physics or something like that, or maybe it's like astroengineering or any number of things, and there is some cross compatibility between like what you learn. But I really don't think scientists have some just like upper echelon level of intelligence compared to anyone else. I think it just depends on what you specialize in and how much effort you put towards learning more things about that. I think the reason why probably scientists are labeled as the most intelligent people is because they're constantly learning and like researching things. Not even just like generally learning things out of like failures or things like that, but beyond that, just generally the amount of research they do. Same thing with doctors. They're constantly like looking up and learning things. a lot of people will get in this habit of thinking they just know everything, and so they just never change the way they do things, and they could be doing it completely inefficiently, and they wouldn't know, and it's just because they don't care. And that, I think that's a dumb mentality, honestly. I think you should always be learning and researching and trying to improve the things that you do, no matter what it is you do. I don't know, that's my thoughts on it, but I do love tech. And then the last thing, how things are made. Dude, I love learning about how things are made. I used to love the channel that they tell you how racers are made, or hot dogs, or different stuff like that. I used to love watching that channel, how it's made, I think is what the show was called. I love learning the inner workings of things and how things work. I'm more to me, I'm more of like a visionary, like making plans and things, than being the physical hands-on. Not that I don't mind the physical hands-on aspect, but I'm not like my dad. For instance, my dad is a very much hands-on craftsmanship kind of person, and I'm more like I want to like design it and learn how it works more than doing the actual building. So I think if in another life I probably would have liked to have been an architect, because architects, you have to learn a bunch of stuff about how houses work, and then just like the design process of it and everything. And there are some general things that are the same, but they're not all buildings are the same in a way. And I guess it just depends on how detailed your plans are. But I do just love learning how things are made and how things go together. And I think that's also probably leads into, like I said, why I like tech and some of these other things. I should have probably put science on there, because I do like learning like scientific principles too. I do like that, and just this is generally a lot of things that I really like to learn. Like I said, I'm a very querulous person, and I just love like asking questions how things work, and it's always the most obscure things that people wouldn't think about. But I think that's probably why it is. It's just like things that no one ever talks about that you just wonder. So I'm constantly always asking questions or doing research about things, because I just love learning about things, if you guys didn't know that. And speaking of learning, I thought I'd add this picture in, because it was one of the ones my mom sent me. I already had it on my phone, so now I have two pictures of it, which is like great. But this here is actually a picture of me. This is my senior picture. Um, from 2 years ago. Well, I guess it's actually like technically a year ago I graduated. I think I might have been 18 at the time I graduated, and then turned 19 afterwards, although I might have actually been 19 when I graduated. So this was a little over a year ago this happened, which is insane to think. It feels like it's almost been more than that amount of time now. I look a little bit scruffier, at least from the fact that I'm not like have the shaved face, and the fact that I don't have like picture filter on me. Also, the suit they gave me was way bigger than I actually am, so this like makes me look like I actually got like some bulk, some heft to me, and I'm just like, this is just like a shell. It's just like I'm like some beetle or something, and I just got a shell on an arm, or like an armadillo or something. I am not actually that bulky. But I figured, learning, school, they go together, right? Also, I like very few people share the opinion that I loved school. Up until 10th grade, where basically you learn absolutely nothing, and I got bored for 3 years. Also, COVID was around that time, so it also made learning a lot more boring, because you had to be at home. So you really didn't learn like anything. Dude, last 3 years of school were torturous, because you just didn't actually learn anything. The reason why I liked school was because you learned things that you never knew about, and I just love that. And also, just the general social aspect of school was amazing. I also just look like way more tan in that than I actually do in real life, dude. They like put like some tanning filters. This picture on this screen doesn't do justice to what it actually, the picture, like in the frame I have in the living room of me, like how tan it makes me look. Also, why I decided it was a good idea for mom to just shave to where I basically had a soul patch here. That was dumb. Also, I don't know if I said this before, but the story behind why my hair looks like this and not like this, but actually like put together good, uh, is because the like months leading up to this, my mom's like, I'm gonna experiment. I want to try something because I'd been asking her to try to do my hair a certain way, which is kind of similar to this, but a little bit different because I wanted to have it styled a certain way for my senior pictures, and just generally, I've been trying to have my hair. So she'd been doing like succession cuts, trying to get it similar to something like that to try to do it. She used to do. She was like trained in beauty school and everything to do it, but she didn't actually end up working in the salon like afterwards. Like she's not a hairdresser now, but she can still cut hair perfectly fine. She's not like top tier, but that doesn't necessarily matter. But she's like, I'm gonna try to do an experiment, and we're gonna see if it works. And let me tell you, that's a mistake. Never let your mother, even if she did go to beauty school, tell you that she's going to do an experiment on your hair. It's a damn mistake. You know what happens? All of a sudden, more hair and more hair is coming off. And I'm like, okay, maybe maybe this is just how it is. Maybe I just had a lot of hair because normally it's a long time between when I get haircuts. And also, speaking of long times between haircuts, every time I get a haircut, my mom's like, your hair's getting too long, you need to get it cut. But then she takes weeks after saying that, and even when I say it, you basically have to be on anyone's ass to get anything done around here. And then she takes weeks to get my hair cut, and she's like, and I'm like, you're the one complaining about my hair, but yet you're the one who cuts it, and you're not cutting it. Makes no sense to me. Okay. You know it's true. You know it's true. I'm telling the bald hair story. Anyways, like hair keeps coming off and off and off, and you know what happens? I end up bald. Basically, I basically had like no hair. I had like the tiniest bit of anything that was left. She basically just had to shave it off with a shaver. She didn't like shave it where you would like go like shiny bald, but it was basically like there was nothing on there, and that is why my hair looks like this and not similar to this. No, it was garbage, is what it is. It's garbage, is what it is. That's not how I wanted my hair. You know, that's how it is. No, buns. At least it grew out. The good thing is, dude, I was looking like Caillou. I'm telling you, I was looking like Caillou before my hair grew out. Thank the Lord, my hair grew out, and it was a couple months before. It was like a month or so before seeing your pictures, because I would have been damn screwed. I would have looked like a fool if she had cut it like the week before pictures. Oh my gosh, I would have been screwed. Thank goodness you didn't wait any longer before doing that. Oh my gosh, that would have been a damn disaster. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, never let your mother experiment on your hair. It's a damn mistake. Free haircut, that has nothing to do with it. You've never made me bald up until that point. I mean, there's some times where you had made a mistake and you were gonna give me a flat top anyway, so this wasn't just a flat top. No, this was shorter than flat top territory. When was I bald before? I mean, more bald than that. I don't know that I've ever been more bald than that. Flat top? No, there's a difference between a flat top and what that was. That was not flat top short. That was shorter than flat top short. Let me tell you, that was shorter than flat top short. That was not okay. Like I said, I was looking like damn Caillou. Oh, it was a buzz, alright. A buzz of all my hair off on the floor. It was a damn disgrace. I never looked worse in my life. I thought I was about to have a mental breakdown. That's why I said it wasn't shiny bald, you dingus. I said it was the littlest amount of hair you could have before going shiny bald. It's like your leg hair when it starts growing out, Mom. That's what it was like. What do you mean, who knows what might happen next time? You haven't screwed it up the last few times, and you already know how I want my hair, so at this point, you might as well not even bother trying to experiment. I'm okay with this at this point. If I can keep this up this level of consistency, I'll keep talking trash. Oh, goodness. Okay, you're one to talk about this, you crackhead. I'm sure I will. I'm sure you'd love to see me with some jank ass hair. Going in Walmart and stuff like that with you. I'm sure you'd really, really appreciate walking around with that. You know it's true. Crackhead. So you're gonna give me dreads? Is that what it is? Or pink hair? I told Dad, and he still needs to do this. He needs to make a Twitch account and do his Amazon Prime thing. I've been telling him to do this, and he never listens. Bob Ross. I told her I could get a perm. She said she wouldn't. She said she wouldn't let me get a perm. So clearly, Bob Ross hair is out of the picture. Yeah, but that's why I have this hair and not anything similar to this hair or like the picture where I'm looking skinny. And that is the end of the presentation. I hope you all enjoyed learning about me. You know, I didn't think this was actually going to take an hour and a half, so I don't think we're actually going to do reactions. I think this will probably be the end of the stream. But I hope you guys did enjoy my rants about random things about me. And I hope you learned a little bit more about me. And you felt like you were a little more connected. You understood me more. I really had a fun time, dude. I love ranting and just talking about random stuff. So I mean, this for me was like heaven, dude. I just love just like talking about just random stuff. All right, let me go back to camera scene. Hey, don't patronize me. Just because I rant here and there about things, doesn't mean anything. Yak yak. Okay. Okay, you're one to talk when you talk to people. At least I'm not as flamboyant as you when you talk to people. Oh my gosh, this woman when she talks to someone, don't ever bring this lady to Walmart. It's a damn mistake. No, you gotta listen to this. We're going. I don't know where. I don't know if I was like picking up a Lunchable for lunch or what we were doing. We're in like the deli. It's not really like deli, but it has like where the cheeses and stuff are, where the frozen stuff is. And you know exactly what I'm about to say. And we're going over there, and we have to squeeze past this lady because there's a bunch of people in the way. And I don't know what exactly she said, but she does this thing sometimes where she'll start talking to people, and something will just like, I don't know if it just like cracks her up or what it is, but she like does this thing. There's like, sometimes and she does this, and she like tilts her head or something. It's like the story she told me about we got up too late to get ready for church, so my mom and dad both went by themselves, and so exactly what I'm about to say. And she's talking to one of the ladies that we know, and she had "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking" stuck in her head, and then instead of keeping that in her brain, no, she felt the need to vocalize it to this lady, and she said, And then she says, "Hey, good looking," and then she just like looks at her like, "What the hell is wrong with this woman?" Because she should rightfully be like, "What the hell is wrong with this woman?" No one just goes up to someone and says, "Hey, good looking," like that. That's just weird. I'm just saying that's just weird. So either you're gonna get either you meet my mom and you get, "Hey, good looking," or you get that's what you get. I won't tell him about the butt slapping, but that's also another bad moment. Or the butt grabbing. I mean, I can hear you laughing out there. I'm not gonna actually say it. I'm not gonna actually tell that one, but that's funny. That's also another one of your kind of moments. Uh, oh gosh, you can't take this woman anywhere. You can't take this woman anywhere. My gosh, good lord, help this lady. Oh, you're something, all right. I don't know that I'd label it as fabulous. That's a bit of a stretch. Damn crackhead. It's more like it. Anyways, after that, no, I think I'm probably gonna get off. Uh, yes, I know. I hope you guys did uh, enjoy the stream. Hope you learned a little bit more about me. I hope you guys are excited for tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream, I'm really excited about. I haven't drawn in a long time, and I'm really excited to get back into drawing. I really enjoyed doing it growing up. So basically, I'll just have like the reference image on the side. I'll have my camera thing, it'll be pointing down here, so I'll probably have it attached to my monitor here and just point it straight down. That's why I said I needed to clear off any dust on my desk. Not that it's really super bad because I don't wait very long between cleaning. This is probably the longest I've waited between cleaning, and it's honestly, if you looked at it, it's not that bad. A lot of it's just dog hair that gets stuck because it gets everywhere. You either get my sister's hair stuck to you, or you get the dog's hair stuck to you. So it is how it is. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the drawing stream. Bye, guys.